choose your managers? What kind of criteria does a staff member need to fill before you look to promote them?
Well, they need to do their base role better than the average. Need to show that they've got the ability to not only execute on their current role, but also maybe taste other roles, and we've likely given them the opportunity in different areas to see how they can go. In terms of management of staff, some of the things we've done is get them to mentor new staff members from the DA standpoint, to take them through the APD program, and that allows us to identify and get feedback from the practitioner around how that relationship's going, whether they're supportive, whether they're developing, and then the results of that then allow us to go, okay, they've got what it takes. But as well as that, not everyone is built for management, and people keep thinking that that's the only way up, but there's so many other ways from a management perspective that you can still be a manager without having to manage staff. So again, that will depend on what it is and their skills that they have, and the conversations that come about.
How do you become a bulk billing practice?
How do you become a bulk billing practice? Say that you're a bulk billing practice.
But
Done.
How do you go about, does Medicare just do the thing?
Oh, okay. So as a dietitian, you need to register with DAA or DA now, and then get a provider number through Medicare. It's a simple application process. Just Google initial provider number form. Do that, and then you're registered for Medicare. Depending on what you're going to do, you should have practice management software if you're going to bulk bill. If you're going to bulk bill privately for yourselves, get practice management software. If you're going to be in a medical practice, they're likely going to be having that sorted for you, or you should at least negotiate that. It's easy. All you need is provider number, get your insurance, get your ABN, all the stuff. The contractor checklist on the Dietitian Life website, download that.
What should businesses do in order to better support the mental health of their staff?
Listen. So have a conversation, figure out what they want, figure out what they need, then give it to them. Pretty simple.
Why would you ask a child to turn around while being weighed? What benefits does them not knowing the number have?
It's a very loaded question. I can't say I've done that a lot. If they have an eating disorder, it's trying to disassociate from a fixation on a number. If I do have a kid, I wouldn't necessarily tell them to turn around to look at it so they don't see a number. The benefit would be, that they're not fixating on it, but I see there's benefit in actually them being aware of it, and then you talk them through their feelings and thoughts around it, because like all things, it's just a measurement, it's just a number. And so if you as the health professional help the parent as well as the kid to be more comfortable with that, I think that can put him into a very good place moving forward, particularly through adolescence and puberty where everything changes. So I'm pro weighing if there's a conversation around that weight at the time.
What should you write about on social media when you have multiple different audiences? Write about multiple different things to suit your different audiences. So one time target one audience, another time target another. Or you can then go super general and try and target all, but then sometimes the story or the point gets lost. So figure out who you're talking to and then speak that. Do you think video marketing is more effective than a blog post? If you're good at video.
Are we good at video, Tyson?
We can be. Sometimes we're real shit, but that's also the person as well as the videographer.
Is that referring to
Oh, jeez, you can't say No, I'm saying video marketing is more effective than blog posts when the video is good. So whether it be the person that is talking or the person that is filming it, that's creating this massive, awesome storytelling event, then and then some people obviously can consume 30 seconds of video quicker than they consume a large blog. But at the same time, a blog can be really valuable for SEO, can be really valuable to market a lot of stuff in that, or to build a brand if that's what you want to do, if you're exceptional at writing. It all depends on what you are good at and what skills you have. I'm better at writing.
At Fuel Your Life, do certain dietitians focus on specific clients/conditions, or is everyone across the board on everything?
Everyone's across the board around most stuff, just because when you get a Fuel Your Life dietitian, you don't just get one, you get the team. So they're able to ask clinical questions to everyone on the team, and everyone gives them feedback so they know how to execute with that client. Having said that, there's some that are better with other things, like Peter's exceptional with food intolerances and Paediatrics. I'm great at sport.
Rekka's great at sport. Like there's different people that are great at different things, and that's what makes us a team, and then we can platform off that and help each other.
Like if you had someone repetitively not showing up or cancelling, at what point do you draw the line and what do you say to them?
What do you mean draw the line?
Say, I guess either stop booking them in. Would you stop booking them in?
Depends on the situation. If they had a family emergency every time and they had a kid that was in and out of hospital, I'm not going to bail on them. But look, a lot of people will just not show up, and especially if you're doing bulk bill or stuff like that, people just don't value it, is what people often say. But a lot of the time it's just like, they've got other things to do and they want to do that, and that's fine. I think 3 strikes is pretty basic and simple. You give them an opportunity first. You tell them the second time that, hey, the first time kind of sucked, please don't do that again. They do it again, you give them one last shot, but you tell them it's their last shot. It's like, hey, look, we've cancelled twice, so we really need you to come to this one. Otherwise, I'll just leave it up to you to book yourself back in and do that.
Sign up to some sporting clubs. So go and find something that you're interested in, whether it be, dancing, jiu-jitsu, soccer, swimming, gym, anything really that you like to do, because you'll meet people that way. Anyone that you're potentially working with, go and meet them and chat to them about particular things about the area.
Okay, that's enough. All right. Other than that, don't go home so much.
Probably said that, but that was a you thing.
Just don't go home so much. So focus on trying to integrate within the area, doing things like Peter said, but don't isolate yourself, and don't just always have one foot in the other area. If you fully commit, you're more likely to get the most out of the experience and see it out. Realize that it's going to take longer than 3 months for you to have a great new team of best friends. I was like, okay, 6, 9, 12 months, and then you start seeing the rewards of your work early on.